Alright, today I'm going to show you the unplugged version of Wood by Alice in Chains. Here we go. Okay, for the intro, you have a little run starting off your D string, 5th fret, 4th on your G, 5th on your B, followed by so what that is, you're going to bar on your D and G string on the 4th fret, and you're just going to strike it as a chord and hammer onto the 6th fret of the G string twice. Back to the 4th and 4th on your D and G, and then you're going to dump your 2nd finger on the 5th fret of your D string. So, all together. And then every other time you'll follow it with that intro part. Then the part will move up to the lower octave. It's the same thing, just an octave lower. This time the lead in will be, slide in from your 2nd to the 3rd on your low E, followed by 2nd fret on your A, 2nd fret on your D. Also, when you're doing that fill, you want to slide that in too if you can. So back to this, and same deal. Barring the 2nd fret off of your E and A, hammering onto the 4th fret of your A. Back to the 2nd fret on E and A. Then back to the 3rd fret on your low E. Okay, for the chorus, it's going to be a B power chord, followed by a G. Now, a G power chord, which is a very hot topic with Alice in Chains lessons. But the way I'm going to do it here is strike all 6 strings and just mute the A. If you want, you can play the A string with your 2nd finger, or whatever works best. So the best way I've found to do this is, once you get your strumming pattern on the B, lead in with a single note G on the 3rd fret E string. Don't try to hit the whole chord at once. If you can, go for it. But for me, I found that just grabbing that single note and then following in with the chord has been the best way to make it work. So for the solo, you're going to start off with a trill on the 11th and 12th fret of your D string. And I just count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ending on the 11th fret on your G string. Followed by which is 9th fret on your G to the 11th. Bend it up a half step. Bring it back down and strike it again. Then, which is all 9, 11, 9, 11, 9 on the G, ending on the 11th on the D. Strike it again. Followed by 9th fret on your D, 7th fret on your D, bend up that 9th fret a half step, then you want to do that bend release from up to the 9th fret on your A, back to the 7th fret on your D. So to get you in rhythm there, it's two strikes on your 9th fret A string, one strike on the 7th fret of the A string back to the 9th, followed by 3 strikes on the 7th fret A string, ending on the 7th fret on the D string, followed by that will be 9 to 11 hammer on your D string, G string 9th fret, 11th fret on your G. Then I kind of slide into this. Slide in the 11th fret to the 10th fret on your B, back to the 11th fret. I'm going to take the 12th fret on your B, bend it up a full step. I kind of choke these notes. I choke the first one. Same thing, do it twice and do that bend release. Back to the 11th fret, ending on the 10th fret of your B. So let me run the whole solo slow to help pull out the rhythm and get you through it. So for the outro, you're going to use a D chord, followed by a D7 sharp 9, which is better known as the, if you move it up a whole step, is better known as a Jimi Hendrix chord. And when you get to this, if that chord is too difficult, you can just stay on the D. Followed by an A flat bar chord, G bar chord, E chord. Then the outro is just that Jimi Hendrix type chord. So let me play the outro slow. And a little pointer would be when you get to the bar chords, you can just work your way into them. You don't have to try to hit the whole chord at once, because it's kind of difficult. The same thing if hitting the bar chords too much. Just play the power chords until you do what you have to do to get through it, until you build up the strength or whatever to, play the full chords. Here it is all together slow. And as I do that ending, I try to, vibrato and shake the strings a little bit to give it a little bit of added effect.